Your basic tape measure, there's a lot of different ways to use it. There's one feature that a lot of people don't notice on them, and that is the tab at the end here actually moves just a little bit. And that's important because if you're using this to measure out something, you want to make sure that that's pressed up against it and you're measuring from the end here, that you don't miss the calculation because of that tab. And then if you're pulling off something, it accounts for the width of the tab right here. That's why these move just a little bit out and forward. I've run into people before that have actually secured that down. You don't want to do that. It'll make your tape measure less accurate. But really, the most accurate way to draw a measurement with a tape measure is to not rely on this, because this is a movable point. These do wear down. You can lose a lot of accuracy from this part right here. So you can either what's called burn an inch and disregard this first whole inch, or you can burn 10 inches. This is the way I normally measure things out if I'm trying to be precise as possible, is I'll burn the first 10 inches of this tape measure and I'll disregard this. So if I want to measure the space between this part right here, instead of me going in here like this, I don't know if you can see it there very well, but it looks like I'm just under 2 inches between the two inner walls of this part. Well, if I burn 10 inches and I measure, it's moving a bit. If I put my 10-inch mark right there, I can see I'm actually 1.5 inches across from the part right here. So over here, if I measure from this, it looks like I'm just under 1.5. It looks like I'm about a 32nd under a half. So it'd be 1 in 15, 30 seconds. But if I burn 10 inches and actually use the 10-inch mark there, and I count to 1, so 11 would be 1, I end up with 1.5 inches, all right? On the tape measure on the board earlier, I was going over all these little marks. So this would be 17 and 18, right in between. That's our half-inch mark there. These are our quarter marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 half here, second half here, quarter, quarter, quarter. Then the next mark down, so ½ inch, next mark down is 1/4 inch, next mark below it is 1/8, and then below that is a 16th. Now it gets a little cluttered on this tape to look at our 30 seconds, but we have, here's 1 inch, 9 to 10, ½ inch, 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, 16, and then 1/16 of an inch, and then between the 1/16 of an inch, we have our 30 seconds. Now on this tape measure, the first foot, they have the 30-second marks, but beyond that, it shifts to only having 1/16 of an inch marks, all right? Now, one of the other aspects whenever you're measuring things out is, I'm trying to measure this table real quick. It's 5 feet. All right, now how many inches are in 5 feet? Right here on the tape, it lets me know. There's 60 inches in 5 feet. For every foot, there's 12 inches, all right? But if I'm having to reduce down and the print's asking me, hey, something's 50 inches, I want you to reduce that down to feet. Just pull out your tape measure, go to 50 inches, you have 4 feet, and then 1, 2. So 4 feet and 2 inches would be one way of writing 50 inches. On more modern prints these days, they don't call out feet and inches combined together. They're gonna just give you 44 inches or 53 inches. They aren't gonna say 4 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. They aren't gonna say 4 foot, 5 inches, all right? It's not like how people describe how tall they are these days. You know, some people will say, oh, I'm 6'3". They aren't gonna go take out a tape measure and say, oh, I'm 75 inches tall. That doesn't make sense to most people because it's hard to scale up an inch. It's easier to scale up a foot. But whenever you're actually building an industry, you're going to end up using inches instead of feet. But you do need to know how to reduce down from feet to inches. And there's a couple of ways of doing that. The easiest way, like I said, is to just pull out a tape measure and figure out 3 feet, 36 inches right there. The other way is to take 36 inches and divide it by 12. That would be 3. All right. Now, an easy way to add and subtract fractions is to use a tape measure. So let's say I've got 20 inches and a quarter, and I need to add 3.5 inches to it. It's simple. I'm going to start at my 20 and a quarter mark, which is this one right here, and I'm going to move 1 whole inch, so that'd be 21 and a quarter, so that'd be 1. And then I'm going to move to 22 and a quarter, 2. And then I'm going to move to 23 and a quarter, 3. So I've added my 3 inches. Now I need to add my half. So there's another quarter, and then finally my half. So 1/2 inch is from 1/4 to 3/4. So 20 and a quarter of an inch plus 3.5 inches would be 23 3/4. So instead of me having to do all the math for that, I can just quickly add it up on my tape measure. The other way you can do it is you can add the quarter first. So 20 and 1/4 plus 1/2 inch right there. I'm at 20 3/4. And then I just add 1 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch. All right. You can do this backwards for subtraction as well. Let's say you have 19.5 and you need to subtract 3/16. So 19.5, 1/16, 2/16, 3/16. So you end up with 19 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You end up with 19 and 5/16. All right. So a really simple way for addition and subtraction of fractions just by using a tape measure. You don't have to bother with finding the least common denominator or anything like that. You can just pull out a tape measure and count it out on that tape real quick.